Hey guys, it's Kyle down here at Lunicycle. Today I'm going to show you how to install and walk through on our newest display. It's the upgraded Talaria XXX and MX4 display. So your first step is going to be to remove your old display and your old horn button. These will be the same steps on the MX4 and the XXX. First thing you want to do is remove the little bar plug. Now the hardest part of this is going to be removing your grip. There is many ways to remove a grip. If you have an air compressor, using the blower to blow some air underneath the grip is usually the easiest. I've found that keyboard duster works very well. You can also pry this back and pour a little rubbing alcohol in here and kind of work it off slowly like that. But today I'm going to use some duster. And you should be able to pull the grip right off. The next thing you want to do is unplug your old horn switch and your old display and go ahead and remove those. Next, you want to slide into place your new display control pad, and this tightens down with an M3. You can then reinstall your grip. Again, you can spray some rubbing alcohol in here and it'll slide in and the rubbing alcohol will evaporate. Some guys use hairspray because hairspray will dry it nice and stiff, but these are textured on the stock handlebars, so these don't seem to move around too much. Go ahead and reinstall your bar plug. And now it's time to install the display. Now the color display goes with the buttons on the right side and then your little USB charge port on the left side. So go ahead and put your wire in the front. Go ahead and pop the two little mounts onto the handlebars and snug down the two screws. These don't need to be super tight. Alright, now it's time to plug in your new remote and your display. You do want to spend an extra minute and line up the two little arrows on each of these connectors. You don't want to rush this. If you bend the pins, it can be a real pain. It won't let you plug these into the wrong ones. Each one has a specific gender. So once you've got your new display installed, now I'm going to show you how to go through the menu and navigate all the settings. Alright, now that you've got your new display installed, it's time to power it up. You'll see the logo appear on the screen. And this is your home screen. You got lots of information on this screen. This shows you your riding mode, sport or eco mode. You got your clock down here. You have a trip meter. You have your full odometer on this side. You have your state of charge, which we're at the perfect state of charge right now. And then in the middle, you have your regen levels. Now the regen is controlled with these upper two buttons. So up will increase regen, 2, 3, and 4. And then this lower button will decrease regen. It's takes a little getting used to see it, but you'll figure it out real quick. The main reason you have to change this control pad is your Eco Sport button is now on this remote. So this M button on top puts it into Eco mode and then into Sport mode. Now on this remote you do have a light function. We do have a light coming out for the MX4. This will also work perfect with the XXX headlight. To enter the menu, you do have this bottom button here. You hold this down. Now there is one thing, you do need to move quickly on this menu. It's going to jump back to the home screen after only a few seconds there. So on your first screen here, it's going to show a bunch of information about your bike. I'm going to keep jumping around so it doesn't close out on me. So you got a bunch of information here, your max speed, all your battery info, your true odometer, which can't be reset, and then the capacity of your battery. If you scroll down, you will have different modes. There's a light sensor on this display, so you can set it to auto, where the screen will darken or lighten, or you can permanently set it to either one of those settings. Next, you have a brightness. You can make the screen dark or very bright. You can also set it to auto. Now, below that, you do have a clock. It's very easy to set up. You just select the time, and the bottom button is your enter button. Next, you have kilometers an hour or miles an hour. You would just select this up and down and then hit the enter. Next, you got language. You can only choose Chinese or English. These all come set to English. Next, you got your wheel size, which is either 19 or 17. And then you do have gear ratio. I'm not going to run through each one of these. These would be for if you change the rear sprocket. We'll go ahead and put these up on the screen right now. And all that does is make your speedometer accurate if you change the sprocket. And below gear ratio, you do have the motor match feature, which you'll only need to use if you've swapped the controller or the motor. And then below that, it says software updated. It just gives you some info on which firmware is on this display. So that's how you install your Talaria upgraded display.